the 7th China-African Youth Festival, hosted by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and organized by the China Chongqing Foundation, was launched in Beijing and Shandong Province, respectively, with the theme Connecting the Dreams of Youth and Forging Ahead on a New Journey of China-Africa Cooperation. The program provides African youth representatives from 44 African countries with a chance to exchange ideas and enhance mutual understanding. The chairperson of China Chongqing Foundation, Lin Bin, China's Assistant Foreign Minister, Zhong Lin, Xin Bili, Vice Chairperson of China Chongqing Foundation, Lin Zhu, Vice President of the National Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries, and a representative of the Diplomatic Envoy of Africa countries to China, attended the opening ceremony and all delivered speeches. Zhang Li, Assistant Foreign Minister, said he is inspired by the theme Connecting the Dreams of Youth and Forging Ahead on a New Journey of China-Africa Cooperation. He further that the event encourages young people from China and Africa to learn from history and seize the opportunity to advance China-Africa relations in the new era. It further encourages the participants to learn more about the Chinese culture. In a statement, the chairperson of China Chongqing Foundation, Lin Bin, said the year 2023 marks the 10th anniversary of President Xi Jinping proposing the principle of sincerity, real results, honesty, and good faith in maintaining the relationship between China and Africa, the Belt and Road Initiative, and the concept of a community with a shared future for mankind. In a statement, the Deputy Chief of Staff, African Union Commission, Emily Ramagasma, said African and Chinese youth are the world of today, consent of challenging moment the world is going through, and the consequence to global economic recovery. He further that both China and Africa should commit to deepen practical cooperation, promote green development, uphold equity and justice.
In the same development, African and Chinese governments should work hand in hand to educate youth, to uphold values, work hard, and build a peaceful and developed world capable to feed citizens.
While making his view through an interview with Star Television, the president of All African Student Association and also a participant from Liberia, Valerie Aliyu Jesse, said they as young people and students must always support their national development agenda, struggle for a more peaceful world of awesome coexistence, and collectively build a new global society based on mutual respect and solidarity, peace and prosperity for all people of the world. And China has been seen as one of the key factors in this drive.
We had a very good experience. We provided speeches. We interacted with Chinese youth and students, and we discussed about the peoples-to-peoples relationship between China and Africa. Or most time it has been government to government, institutions to institutions, higher institutions like the AU and that of government. So this time around, we were proposing that, look, we strengthen the peoples to peoples relationships. They have much to learn from the people of China in terms of their developmental drive, in terms of creating middle class, in terms of their agricultural production, their technological advancement, and their promotion of peace around the world. I think that Africa and China can come a very good way and provide Africa the necessary skills and support in terms of technical and vocational training and be able to have that discipline to move Africa forward.
Enoch Sokolia, a Kenyan-based journalist and also a participant of the 7th edition of China African Youth Festival 2023, said the program is a great opportunity for both Chinese and African youth to celebrate their common history of fighting imperialism and forging a new pathway of material decency, and by never embracing the imposition of cultural values of different nations. He further that China should continue to increase its partnership with Africa by always cooperating with them in projects that provide mutual benefit and must never walk in the footsteps of the former colonial master of the world.
I was here for the China Africa Youth Festival for the last 10 days. So it has been wonderful. It has been a roller coaster of an event, quite a learning experience, and especially from here in China, where a country that has had a tremendous growth, especially when you're talking about the last 60 years, when China has grown from a country that was suffering from underdevelopment and poverty to a country that is one of the biggest economy and actually a leading economy in the world when we are talking about economic growth. What I can say is that from where I sit, I've seen quite a lot of development projects, and especially during this working relationship between China and Africa. Probably we've seen roads, we've seen rails, we've seen airports. We're talking about world-class development. For the first time in Africa, from where I sit, I've seen tremendous growth when we're looking at this infrastructure. And when you want to develop a country, when you want to develop a society, you first of all have to move people, have to move goods, and not just to move them, but to move them efficiently, faster, and in a reliable manner. And that is what the relationship between China and Africa has led to as we speak today.
After the opening day, over 90 Chinese and African youth participated in a roundtable talk about the role of the political parties in promoting development of their country and the role of youth in promoting a closer China-Africa community with a shared future. In addition, participants experienced a number of Chinese traditional activities such as wood art, a tea ceremony, printing and dyeing, and a traditional Chinese musical instrument at the China Chongqing Science and Culture Center for Young People. Africa youth delegates also visited the Museum of the Communist Party of China, the Great Wall, resident of Chongqing, the Shandong province and its cities, other historical sites like the Mount Tai, Taishan Tea Valley, Yangchabu Fox Arts Garden, Dining Lake, Shandong Sports Center, and China National Heavy Duty Truck Museum, among others, all in an effort to provide a comprehensive look at the past, present, and future of China. For Star TV News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.